Alright, so what is Yoshi's Island? It is an island, and there are Yoshis. It's also a Christmas game. It's a game I've been playing, I started a tradition in 2020, and ever since I have played around Christmas Eve, I played, Yoshi's Island in full every year since. Unfortunately, this is a little late this year, but like I said, I was ill, and this is the soonest I can do it after, so let's get started here. I'm just gonna kind of chill with how, talking tonight. This is just a kind of hangout stream. I've played this game before, so if anyone has anything they want to talk about, they want to talk about Christmas, honestly, I welcome it. I don't want any heavy conversation. I'm not even gonna talk about, how you guys should, hate the game industry, or you should be critical. I don't even want to talk about anything like critical thought. I want to talk about dumb, fun, silly stuff tonight. I just want to kind of chill. So how was everyone's holiday? Did you guys have fun? Did you get some cool stuff? Did you get good food? How do I... No, I think I have to wait until... I have to still read that text. Okay, yeah. There we go. You went to Denny's on Christmas morning? That's nice. Yeah, this is not a stream where I will be... Okay, I gotta remember how. One thing I should note... Right, there's no run button in Yoshi, right? No, he just runs on his own, which I think is one of the things I like about this game's controls. One thing I should note is that this is the first year that I'm playing... Well, not the first year, because I think maybe... No, I mean, I play... Okay, so when I streamed this game... I streamed this game on my Twitch before I did the Christmas special at one point. And then I played on an SNES. But I think every Christmas special has been on the Switch. And this is the first year that I'm actually playing with a Switch SNES controller. Because I got it for... things that didn't actually pan out, but it's still nice to have. And honestly, with the deep... Oh my god, I need to, like... Give me a second to, like, not be bad at games. Also, the audio does need to go down. Like, Mario is the indicator. If he's crying too loud, let me know. But yeah, with the Switch D-pad on the Pro, sometimes like your direction gets misread, so I don't have to worry about that, at least with this. We got clothes, snacks, and a printer. Printer is nice. I would like to have a nice printer. You got a small shelf that goes next to my desk. Yeah, I didn't see any anything that you got, Sneaky. Like, I didn't see a picture of... Well, I assume you didn't share it, but... I also got a shelf that I need to put together still to give my guys a little bit more room. So I need to work on that and getting that set up. Because there's something nice about, like, getting a shelf and, like, I like arranging things. I like, putting things together and making it look nice. So it's nice. Stuff like that's fun and looks fun. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I had like regular Christmas and then friend Christmas. I also have like some gifts that are still at least one gift. I think one of the gifts might just be a watch at this point. It was mostly just a ornament storage container, which I could just get on my own also. But there's another gift that was coming that my mom might stop down maybe Monday potentially, and I'll get it then. But I didn't post in my post on... I'll talk about my gifts for you guys too, but on my Discord post, I didn't post also, I got a jacket too, which it's one of those gifts that it's nice, but it also sucks because I had a jacket, a really nice leather jacket, that I've had for like, ever, like 10 years at least. The thing is, like, a lot of my stuff, I'm pretty good about taking care of my stuff, but a lot of it's wearing down because it's all, like, 10 years old at this point. How did I hit that guy? So the zipper got stuck, like, midway. So I got a new jacket, which is good. Hey, Slim. Welcome. I gotta look back at the chat here. Yeah, you're really familiar with... This is probably actually... You're probably watching me play this and being like, wow, playing Yoshi's Island and not, like, and having a relaxing time. This is foreign. Because I've caught a bit of Kamek's Revenge, and it is certainly Kamek's Revenge. I want to see... Here's an impossible challenge. ROM hackers, make a ROM hack that doesn't make me cry. Not really, but like... It feels like so many ROM hackers love to make games that... Okay, I gotta remember how to play this game. They love to make... I get why, but they love to make hacks where you... that are challenging above all else. And I would like to see a hack... And they exist. But I like hacks that are more less challenging and more just interesting and unique, you know? I've definitely done this, because I've done this, we did like a speedrun challenge in our Discord, so I definitely know how to do this fast, but, again, I'm still getting over illness. I think everyone has been sick, so I'm gonna blame that for any bad gameplay. I will hopefully warm up as I get going. Plus, I will admit, too, well, I mean, I played this game on an original SNES before. The SNES D-pad on this, it's the same as the regular SNES controller, but compared to the Switch D-pad, it's a little different. Because I have the Switch SNES controller, so it's a little different, and just getting used to how it feels. But again, I feel like it's traditional to play it that way. That was my excitement for school vacation. Yeah, I need a vacation at this point, honestly. Alright, hang on, I want to see what else was said. Grandma's... Yeah, but it's still, like, even if you go see your family on Thanksgiving, it's still good to see them on Christmas as well. What color Yoshi gives the best Christmas gifts? I mean, at that point, are you asking which Yoshi is the best Yoshi? Because I feel like if... I feel like, well, maybe not, but I would argue if whatever Yoshi gives the best gifts, it's also probably just a good Yoshi in general. So I'm gonna say the answer is... I mean, Dark Blue is pretty, like, legit in this game. He, like, fights all the bosses, but then gets the glory taken away from him at the end. Because Green Yoshi's like, I'm the best. How do I... Okay. There we go. I'm definitely not going for, or not on PB right now. Look, Sal's, the bonuses are too slow. If I accidentally get one, I'll do it, but... Look, we already started way late. This is gonna go overtime. This is gonna be Yoshi's Island After Dark. I love those kind of gifts. Like, and don't get me wrong, maybe it's not gonna be a big deal to have a printer, Salis, but I love the gifts that are like, oh, I got this gift, and it wasn't like what I was asking, but it's pretty sick to have, you know what I mean? Like, those are sometimes the best gift of, like, someone's like, hey, you could use this, and then you really enjoy the thing they give you, you know? I had, like, a long time ago when I was wearing ties at work, I had, my brother got me tie clips for Christmas, and that was, like, a really sick gift at the time because, they, you know, they make wearing a tie a lot easier. You get yourself a new headset, and also watching Sonic 3. I need to watch Sonic 3, but I probably will wait until it comes to streaming. Not because, just because I there's no way I'm going to have time to go watch a movie. Not because I don't want Pond to have a living. I've heard it's good, but I've also heard, like, my problems with the original, or the first two movies is still going to be in this one. I.e., Jim Carrey is gonna Jim Carrey, which, you know, if you like Jim Carrey, you like Jim Carrey. If you don't like Jim Carrey, then, you know, this movie's not gonna change my mind on it, is what I've been told. Though I've heard his, Grandpa Jim Carrey was better. But I've heard people... It's funny, though, because, like, the fans love it, and some critics have been a little, like... one of the, Team 4-Star, who I, you know, have still been doing, like, blogs and stuff, posted a review, and I think this is kind of... It's like, really, guys? They posted a review initially that was like, it's a baby movie for babies or something like that. And they must have gotten so much hate because the next day the title was changed to just, it's the best of the Sonic movies. And it's like, and like, you know, I get it. Like, as somebody who has been critical about stuff, you know, people who like things are not gonna, you know, they want you, they don't like to hear the things they like are bad. So I get that. But at the same time, and I get with critics too, especially if you've watched a lot of movies, you could be like, oh, you know, I said I wasn't going to have heavy discussion. I don't even think this is that heavy, but, like, I'm not going to have heavy discussion, and then I'm, like, talking about critical... I can't help it. It's just what I gravitate to. I'm going to keep it light and fluffy, though. The critics will, they experience so many different games or so many different movies and stuff that some of the same old just doesn't hit as much as, like, for fans would. Like, the average Sonic the Hedgehog 3 enjoyer is probably somebody who doesn't go to the movies that much, but is going for Sonic 3. And for them, it's going to be probably a really, you know, incredible experience. But for reviewers who are watching movie after movie after movie after trope after trope after trope, you know, it's hard to, like, critically examine stuff without that, you know, coloring your opinion a little bit. But regardless, from what I've heard, if you like Sonic, you're going to like the Sonic 3 movie. If you don't like Sonic, this will not change your mind about Sonic. And I'm gonna leave it at that because I think that sums it up better than anything else, honestly. I honestly don't. I know I'm behind the chat. I'm catching up, guys. Keep talking. I'll catch up to you eventually. This is a good level to do it, mostly, except for I don't want to accidentally die. He metamorphosizes... I don't know why he metamorphosizes into a helicopter, honestly. It's just a power he has, and it's never explained. This world just has these random boxes that turn Yoshi into vehicles. And I don't know why. Like, at least, like, with Mario, like, you have the power-ups, but, like, Yoshi doesn't even have, like, he's not eating the helicopter fruit. He just hits a box and he becomes a helicopter. It is honestly the weirdest thing about this game, probably. Oh my god. See, this is what happens when I look at chat. Gift giving is fun. I really like giving gifts. I like getting gifts too. It can be a little, like, for me this year, I was, like, kind of struggling a bit, and shipping was a little bit of a headache. But, like, when you get a good gift, it really is like, wow, you know, it feels really good to get to give a thoughtful gift and have people be like, wow, that's so awesome. And I hope, like, it's hard to tell too, like, because I have bought a lot of gifts this year for, like, nephews and nieces and stuff. It's hard to tell with kids sometimes, like, especially with our family, because there's so many people in our family, because, like, I have 4 brothers, so, like, there's so many people that the kids get a lot of gifts. And it's like, when you have that many gifts, like, how I try to make mine not, like, stand out, but, like, I try not to get, like, the same kind of things. I try to, like, you know, be a little interesting in terms of what I pick. Like, my one nephew loves Legos, and it's like, I could have got a Lego. He would have liked that, but I wanted to try, you know, I got him, like, a book about, like, facts and stuff, like a Discovery Kid book. Never get 100 points in Kamek's Revenge. I'm one of those people, Slim, I know you don't agree, but I'm not a big fan of playing Yoshi's Island 100%. My main reason is that Yoshi controls so well and so fast that it feels counterintuitive to how he controls and plays to, you know, slowly go through the level. It's not even that the 100% is necessarily bad, it's just that it doesn't feel as good because of that. But, that said, getting 100% in Kamek's Revenge seems like one of the circles of hell. Like, Yoshi's Island 100% is absolutely doable. Kamek's Revenge is doable, but, like, I would not do it. Yeah, I like it when people do, when hacks have cool ideas that you wouldn't, something that you would never see the developers actually do in, like, for the real game. But when they do it for, like, for a hack, they can get away with stuff that wouldn't be, like, I've seen it with, like, Mario Maker 2, when they've done it at GDQ. They've done some interesting ideas, like, using, like, very, like, exploits and stuff. And those are always fun to look at. And you know that Nintendo would never do something like that officially. In fact, I think in a lot of cases, some of those cases, they're like, play it now, otherwise it's going to be taken off the server, like, almost immediately if you guys don't. Because as soon as Nintendo realizes about it, they, like, patch the glitch, which, you know, understandable to some extent. But there's one freaking item in every level. Like an item that you need to get, like the usable items. I never really use those in a regular playthrough. Zany asked for a specific shirt, but didn't find them under the tree. Yeah, I mean that's what you put stuff on the list. A lot of times I put like extra stuff on the list, and then I'll look at it later and be like, oh, you know what, I still want that. And if I have like Christmas money, I'll use it to get it later. I get that, Salis, to some extent. For the most part, it doesn't bother me too. It bothers me a little with my family, but not too much, honestly. I get that, but for me, I guess I don't really know what like else to ask, because a lot of times, like, a lot of my gifts this year were like, I think the biggest thing about biggest gift I got this year was a lot of, dang it. I got a lot of Christmas gifts. So I got a Christmas tree. I mostly, like, and honestly, I've kind of, I don't know, maybe it's silly, but I needed something to kind of cheer me up earlier in the year. And maybe I'll just leave it up all year round. I'm not going to do that. But I got it, because I was like, when I first moved here, I was like, I don't need a Christmas tree, I'm by myself. But now I'm like, I always hit that guy. Now I'm like, yeah, but it's nice to have a Christmas tree. It's fun to look at. It just makes you feel festive and get in the mood of, you know, holiday spirit and all that jazz. So a lot of the gifts I got were Christmas tree related. So I mentioned I was going to get the ornament storage, but also I got a Starman, like Mario Starman Star, which I was kind of like, I don't even know if I need a topper, but now that I have it, I'm like, yeah, no, this works pretty well. And this one actually, I made it work pretty well, honestly, in terms of like fitting on the tree. I know a lot of times in the past, like, some of the toppers just don't really sit right. This one I was able to, like, jam because I have a fake tree, but I jammed the branches in to make it, you know, stable. And then I got, like, a few Nintendo ornaments, Link, Peach, Yoshi, and Pikachu, which, pretty fun. I'll go over other gifts in a second. I just gotta catch up with chat still. Yeah, I think Plumber from All Seasons, from what I was seeing, was pretty chill, actually, all things considered. I just want to go right. This might be wrong. No, this is right. Okay. Something I watched over the Belated Pikmin 2. I don't like the Pikmin 2 caves. Again, I'm doing this is Chill Mega. This is alternate universe Chill Mega. We're not going to people who like Pikmin 2 caves. You put down your pitchforks. I don't like the Pikmin 2 caves. Pikmin 2 in general was just not. I didn't have a good time with that one. I did this well. I mean, I didn't do this wrong, but. I'm a bigger fan of Pikmin 1. Pikmin 1 is like my favorite Pikmin game, I think. I think they just knocked it out of the park, and I think no game since has been as good. Pikmin 3 was fine. I didn't play Pikmin 4 because I wasn't big on the direction the game was going, in that it was being less like strategy oriented and more just kind of like a collectathon, which is fine. It just really wasn't my thing. Also, I had a dog. But it's already dark. My brother and I had some. I'm really behind here. I'm catching up. My brother and I had some really bad miscommunication where we got my mom the exact same. This has happened before in the past for me a lot, and this is why I try. Like, okay, for example, my mom asked for like bread baking because she's retired this year, so she asked for like bread baking stuff, like to like do like sourdough like starters for that. Well, my one brother has been doing that kind of stuff. So I had considered it initially when I talked to her, but she put it on her list officially, and I was like, well, I'm not doing that because otherwise she'll just get nothing but bread. And she's on a diet, so making nothing but bread is going to be not worth. She likes baking. She doesn't want to eat the baking, but eventually you're going to just have a lot of bread that you're not going to be doing anything with. So I got her, she had been, like, she said she's not good at crocheting, but she wanted to, so I got her this, I don't know if this is good, but they had these, like, Wooble, like, crochet, like, starters for, like, not Anamanaguchi, what's the, I know what the word is, I don't remember how to pronounce it, the word for, like, the little plush things that are, like, made of crochet. Don't tell Madam Morgan I forgot the word. I know what it is. I just don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Anaganari or Origami King. But it's one of Snoopy. Like I said, I'm like, the yarn I've been told is a little bit easier to work with, so, try it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but it might be fun to at least try. And I got her a book as well, but yeah, no, and I know one year, I think, she asked for, like, a heated blanket on her list, Salas, and I didn't get her a heated blanket, but, like, I'm pretty sure every other one of my brothers did, so she had, like, she had oops all blankets, and it's like, yeah, you gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. It happens, though. It's like, whatever. A lot of times, too, with, like, cooking pans, it's like, it's not like you can't use extra, it doesn't hurt to have backups. Hey, Cake Man, sorry, I'm catching up to chat, so I'm not ignoring you. Thank you so much for coming in. If you left, I'm sorry. But, yeah, thank you, Merry Late Christmas. I was feeling sick, and I'm feeling a bit better now. Sturm, thank you so much for stopping in, too. You had Spicy Death Raymond for dinner, and Mucinex. Yeah, a lot of people have been getting sick, and it sucks. I kind of am under... So I had been wearing, partly because of my grandma, I had been wearing a mask to the grocery store, and stuff, and for a while, and then I stopped because I didn't need to anymore, or it wasn't, like, an immediate concern. But when I was wearing a mask the last few years during winter, I was never getting sick. And then as soon as I stopped doing that, this time of year, I've gotten sick both years. And I don't, I work nights, so I don't see that many people, so it must be, like, the stores and stuff. And I think people are being a lot stupider about staying home for illness, and I think in some cases, like, I mean, I went to work and I was sick, and it's like, you can't, it's just hard. Things suck, but, I'm kind of thinking I should go back to doing that, though, because honestly, I think it actually helped in that regard, at least. You like Sonic 3? Yeah, I've heard people have really enjoyed Sonic 3. I think there should have been more of the sister-in-law, which I've heard is not as much. She was my favorite character from 2. I know people will disagree with me on that, but I thought that the wedding was hilarious, and yes, it's not Sonic, but it still was really funny. And also, it was kind of Sonic, really, when you think about it. Like, Sonic is as much as the funny, cool characters as it is the dumb moments. Like, the fact that... the fact that the commander of Gun in Shadow the Hedgehog, his power is having a gun. Like, there's just some really, like, silly moments in Sonic in general, so... I feel like it was totally, like... To some extent, you could argue it was, like, them not thinking a Sonic movie would work, but to some other extent, I think it still fits with the vibe of Sonic, ultimately. Yeah, I've heard Shadow was done really well. And if you like Sonic Adventure 2, it's a good adaptation of that. No, Sturm! I hope you're still here. I'm catching up. I'm speedrunning, chat. I hope you guys are enjoying my commentary, despite the fact that you are in the future, and I'm trying so hard to catch up. Imagine one day you're walking down the street and you touch a bubble, and suddenly you morph into the shape of a helicopter and can only turn back into normal by crashing into one of the... Right, you're right. It's not that he hits a box to turn into a helicopter. He hits a bubble to turn to a helicopter. You're right. I was wrong on that. Look, I'm sick. We don't talk about Chuck's Revenge anymore. It's very weird though, Sneaky, but I love old games like this that just were like, yeah, Yoshi turns into a helicopter, what are you gonna do about it? You were also like a cat or something? What? I'm not sure what that was a reference to. I never had any holidays when I moved, and I think I permanently damaged my ability to be festive. I also felt that way, Sturm. I mean, I guess, but now I have a tree. So, like, you know, maybe someday you will become Santa. and that will be good. That's the thing, is when I moved here, I was like, I'm going to be practical. I think there's a nice balance between the two. It's good to be practical and be like, I don't need to have a, like, I've said this about physical games. I'm like, there's a nice, as much as I get people wanting physical games and there is advantages to that, it is nice having digital because it is a little bit more practical in a lot of ways, especially if you have to move and stuff. But on the other hand, there is something to be said about having Tony Chopper on my shelf, which I now have, thanks to Salas, and he's very cute, and he is the best Straw Hat, and I'm starting to catch back up on One Piece. I'm watching the G8 arc, and then we'll be getting into the next, like, official anime arc afterwards. Right, I gotta go this way. But it's, he's very good. I think you don't want to go, balance is key. I've been saying this since 2010. Yeah, I can get, like, Christmas being, like, for some people it can be stressful and stuff. I think my mom, when I was younger, did a good job of, even when we didn't have a lot, of making Christmas feel special. And so, I guess I've carried that on. We still want to, feel that way nowadays, I think she did a good job of continuing the holiday spirit, is what I'm saying. I have the holiday spirit by having Yoshi on a green background as my icon right now. The Snow Yoshi. Snowshi, if you will. I will change that probably eventually. They were actually, the holiday backgrounds are pretty cool this year. Or the holiday icons, I guess. You can't see it because I have it cut off, but... Because I thought about, like, just doing this as the normal Switch, showing you the Switch background, but it's like, yeah, I might as well just do it in 4:3 because otherwise, just extra wasted space. The versus mode. I've heard the versus. I never played the versus mode in any of the Pikmin games, but I've heard they're very fun. I know 3 had the bingo thing, and I've heard versus in 2 is pretty good too. You want a heated blanket? Oh, I think I'm catching up. Actually, that wasn't that long ago. I have a weighted blanket too that I have. I haven't been like. I should just start putting it on my bed again. I took it off because of summer, and then I just haven't felt a need to put it back on my bed right now. But honestly, might not be a bad idea. It's not the same thing, but kind of similar. Not really, actually. Blankets are cool though. I don't think I've gotten a bonus yet. Q and I were making a Persona joke. Okay. I think I've caught up! Also, hi, Summer. If kids didn't live here, it would be actually more practical and festive, yeah. Alright, guys, now that I'm caught up, I'm sorry that I was ignoring you. I hope everyone has been having a fun time. I don't know who is still here, if I chased anyone away. I did think about it. I think I put humidifier, or no, I think I put dehumidifier. Someone posted a picture on Reddit of I got my. They apparently just don't have any air in their house, but like they got their girlfriend a humidifier for Christmas, and like the entire room is like smoke. And then the comments were all, "Well, you should get a dehumidifier, and they should bow it out." Though, honestly, with me being sick, a humidifier might not be bad right now. Oh, Sturm, have fun! Hi, Sneaky. Hi, Cake Man. So what else did I get for Christmas? So I got Mario and Luigi Brothership. Though I have not played it yet because I was trying to, like, I'm gonna post, I still have one, I've caught up on, except for the UFO 50 write-ups, but I've caught up on my write-ups for games I've beaten this year, except for Locomotive at this point. But I was trying to beat 50 games this year. I'm at 48. I don't think it's happening, unfortunately. I might be able to get like 49. 48 might be a pipe dream. But I was kind of trying to finish off some of the smaller games I had before I got into that one. Like Locomotive, which if you love like the LucasArts, like Monkey Island, you're gonna love Locomotive. That, and like I played a lot of games at the very end of the year that I've really liked that could potentially, because here's the thing, I'm gonna do my Game of the Year post, and you might be like, oh, well, it's going to be UFO 50, but I'm only going to count, like, by my standards, for my official Game of the Year, it has to be a game I beat. And while I play a lot of the games in UFO 50, I want to beat all of them to officially have it marked as beaten. So UFO 50 will definitely get a mention for sure, but technically it wouldn't be eligible for UFO 50, or UFO 50 wouldn't be eligible to be UFO 50. No, it wouldn't be eligible for Game of the Year for my Game of the Year because I need to have gotten the credits basically. So King of Apples, I wanted to do that, but I got to the point where I realized, like, look, I have like 30 games to write about. I'm so backlogged. If I want to even like get this posted before the end of the year, I'm gonna have to like make some concessions. So I'm still gonna write about them, like individual write-ups, but at this point, like, some of them are gonna be beaten next year, and some of them are gonna be beaten this year. I didn't beat them. I wanted to beat them all in 1 year. So I just decided to not have that be counted to my official count, which is unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. If I had one more game, I'll have successfully canceled out the amount of games I beat this year, and my backlog will be neat 0. I've had that in the past where I think I screwed up already. Did I? Nah. I've done it in the past where I've like had a good streak going, and then at the very end, I just unfortunately No, I want to do this. Yeah. I bought a bunch of games like after Christmas, and then like it goes like your number goes way down. I think I'm at like 8 or 7 this year. I bought a lot of games, but I played a lot of games. There we go. Christmas night, I went to bed thinking I should have asked for socks, so I bought socks. It's funny because you know the whole trope of kids don't like socks, and one of my nephews got, or I don't think it was socks. I think it was like underwear. No, maybe, no, it was socks. It was actually socks. My mom got them like cute socks. And she's like, yeah, they're cute, aren't they? And he was very not. He wasn't like, I hate socks or anything like that, but he was very much like, yeah. And I said to him, I'm like, you know, some people my age, they're like, they love those kind of gifts. They love, like, you know, I like getting games for Christmas still too, but like I definitely like some more boring, like, practical stuff. And I know, like, my mom's significant other also like asked for, like, you know, woolly socks and stuff. You actually put a lot of games on my backlog this year. Yeah, this year for me has been, like, not a lot of backlog games, but I've beaten a lot of the games I've bought, at least, for the most part. There's been a few backlog games. Socks and underwear are easy clothes. Like, I'm not big on giving clothes or getting clothes, but they're easy clothes gifts because you don't really need to worry about sizes too much for those. Like, your foot size is typically not going to change. And I guess underwear, okay, I guess underwear can change a little bit, but I feel like less than, and also I feel like, I guess texture on underwear can also be a little bit of a weird thing. I feel like socks, though, I think socks especially are very easy gifts. Especially depending on the person. Like, I guess I do like practical socks, too. But a warm pair of socks would be, like, it would be something to have, nice, like, fun to have as an extra thing still, you know? Excuse me for 1 second here. Ugh. Sorry about that. I'm feeling better, but I'm still not quite over sick. A few fun designs made from bamboo. How does that work? The socks are made of bamboo? So what else? So I got Mario and Luigi Brothership, and I do want to play that. I got an eShop card, which I'm trying to figure out what I want to get on that. I'm thinking Bow in the Path of Teal. Thing is, I put Bow in the Path of the Teal Lotus, but I put like Emio. But like, I was talking to, I was at Odin's. Odin also does like a 2024 Name That Game tune of sorts, and I know people in his friend group were really big on Emio, and I think it was like King of Kansan who said that you really should play. Like, you could probably get away with playing Emio and not playing the other Famicom Detective games. But if you do that, then, like, either you play Emio and then just, you never play the Famicom Detective games. Like, it seems like, I assume that there's stuff in that game that really, like, gets heightened if you had played the originals. And also that, it might spoil them too, I assume, from just the way it was going. It's like, if you play Emio, you're probably just not going to, it's not like you couldn't play it, but you probably won't enjoy it as much, at least, for the original games. So now I'm thinking, because I didn't get Emio, I'm thinking maybe I should, maybe play those, the first ones first instead, and maybe use some points on that. This is kind of what I'm maybe leaning towards. You can say you can play... Yeah, he basically said I could play it without playing the others, but it was kind of like, but you probably should play the others kind of thing. Like, not that you couldn't play it, but also if you ever wanted to play the first two, you probably should play them before playing MEO. I got... What else did I get? I got, Shelf, I got Tony Chopper. I think I go to the left, right here. Right here, right? No, this is not right. Right here. Wasn't there something else? Like, somebody go look at my picture. There's something else I got. I got Tony Chopper. I got, I need to get up higher. Dang it. I know there's something I'm forgetting about. Dang it. But it was a pretty chill Christmas. We had my mom always makes homemade Chex Mix, and then we had a bunch of food, and unfortunately I wanted to get some fruitcake this year, and the store was sold out of it. I had seen it the week before, and I didn't buy it then. And when I came back, I was like, "Hey guys, what happened? Do you have fruitcake?" And they're like, "Yeah, it should be here." Well, maybe they moved it. And they asked the guys, and they were the stockers, and they were like, "Yeah, no, it's sold out. We had a display, and it's gone." And I'm like, "Well, dang." I don't hate you. How do I hate you now, Summer? What did I say to hate you this time? See, okay, here's the thing. Question. This is a viewer poll. How many people here have had fruitcake? Because this is one of those fun things where I feel like a lot of, like, cartoons and stuff were made by, like, older people. And sometimes, like, the values in them get, like, distributed to the youths who have no idea what's even being talked about. Because I feel like most people's, like, experience with fruitcake is that it's awful and horrible and it's going to kill you. Because every cartoon says that. But, like, how many people have actually had fruitcake? Salas, I'm actually surprised about that, just because, like, you work in a... I mean, okay, maybe this is, like, me, like, reaching a bit much. But you work in a... Like, because I'm saying you work in a grocery store, so therefore you should have tried all the food. Which, you know... No. But I guess my thing is... I guess my logic there is that you work in a grocery store, so... I would think you would have maybe, like, would have seen it more, like, it would be in your vicinity more often, that maybe you would be, like, gotten the curiosity to try it, you know what I mean? Like, you always have access to fruitcake. Look, you know... new game challenge for 2024. 2025. Eat all the food. I am going to eat every foods. I will never stop, like, coming up with really horrid game challenges. I can't remember what my last really bad one was. And they're almost all impossible. Slim came up with a good one. Slim came up with a one that was actually, like, somewhat doable with the GBA. I'm like, what if I just play every game that has color in it? You don't think you sell it? I just assume that most stores have it when Christmas comes around. I mean, it's like a seasonal thing, but, you know, I guess, like, there's no law saying that you have to carry fruitcake either. You know, what do you think about Karshi? I don't know if she's still watching. I don't think I needed that. What is the dumbest Yoshi power-up, and why is it the train? Karshi's also up there, but, like, the train is, like, completely unneeded. Play every main numbered Toho game in one summer. You did that. What's your definition of color? Yes. You had this Christmas cake, man. Do you like it? Because I had it in the past, and I liked cake. I had liked fruit cake.